So I'm going to show you this PDF. Uh, this this is the newspaper strategies for competitive examination. As I always say, study smart, not hard. This is a dialogue which we usually do. So as we already know that newspaper पढ़ना जरूरी है, पर पूरा पढ़ना जरूरी नहीं होता. Like it's a waste of time if you read the newspaper wholly. So focus. What is the ultimate solution for it? We should focus on high value skills and skip the time waster. Like there are certain news which we should skip. And these sections we are going to cover all those news sections which we could skip. What is our primary objective? Build an analytical thinking. Like we should build analytical thinking while reading newspaper. Like what is the matter with it? Like what the newspaper tells us. Like how is it going to impact my life, country or world, whatever impact it will take place, like it will be having certain impacts on every social being's life. So we should understand that. We will understand national and international issues and improve answer writing content. Like by reading the newspaper, we got to know about like how to present our idea, because there are certain columns in that, and the writer of that newspapers always understand how to present his idea and thoughts. So by reading it, you can grasp like how actually you can write an examination, so that you can get a good marks in a multi-dimensional perspective. Like if you read the newspaper daily, there will be articles on the same topics on the viewpoints of other, like people's perspective do matter in newspaper. It will represent certain ideas by having certain fact checks. It will always expose you what are the pros and cons of every like everything, like every decisions that had been taken place. So we will have a multi-dimensional perspective. So the key objective for the newspaper is focus on issues, cause, impact, and solution, and not to memorize it. We don't have to memorize it. We have to think it logically. Okay, that is the main motive of reading a newspaper. So these are the sections which we should primarily focus upon. Like these will have a very good marks. Like they will have certain questions, like like whatever competitive examination we study for, there will be questions regarding these topics. So first of all, I would like to say about how the front page is impactful. Like it is the front page of any newspaper, so it should have some weightage over that. So front page is only for headlines. Like ये सिर्फ headlines के लिए है. Full story याद करना optional है. We don't have to mug it up the stories and all that. Just read the headlines from the first page. You will get the ideas like what is currently going on. Like the front page covers the most important and critical decisions that has been taken place, like international affairs, Supreme Court, constitutional matters, governmental decision policy. Whatever is the issues of national interest, every paper will show you it on the first page, because it grasps the attention of the seekers, like whoever is reading newspaper. That is the front page, so everybody will read that. Second is editorial and opinion pages. These are important for writing your examinations. So always do read these things, like how they write their own ideas on the paper, how they present it, what kind of vocabulary they use while writing these, and also they have certain logical ideas behind it. So you will get to know about how to present your own viewpoints when writing it in the like in the competitive examination. So in editorial and opinion page, what is it that we should read? Like there are various columns. There would be people writing about politics, so we should really skip that. Like those things we should not really read it. For my basis, like if whether you are preparing for ND or some other examination. So yeah, I'm talking about the political news, like they have certain agenda. I'm not talking about governance, like the constitutional related amendments or whatever policy that has been drafted, that has been taken in parliament. That is a good thing. But the people commenting about Congress, BJP, or some other political party favored opinions should not be entering into your mind. So we should discuss about social issues, education, health, poverty, governance, democratic policy analysis. These are all good topics which will be asked in your questions. Like these topics are always there, and whenever you go for current affairs, these topics are there, especially the international relations. When you are preparing for any examination, they will ask you about the relationships between India and some other countries, like how this impacts on our life. Like international relationship, they are of national interest, so we should particularly focus upon that. Like how the how to analyze the things. First of all, ask yourself what is the issue, why did it happens, what is the possible solution. Like whatever the Donald Trump has taken the decisions currently right now, what is the issue, why he has taken such decision, and what is the possible outcome of that. We have already seen that, and how it has deteriorated the image of US. So Every decision that we take have certain consequences, and every nation which ever show ever takes any decisions, if it is going to harm some other country, it will have some repercussion as well. So that is what I'm telling you about analysis. Second is world news, like we see news is related to UN, NATO, WTO, WHO, whatever the major decisions they take. There will be global summit like COP. Fourth is economy. If you are interested in that, then go for it. Like, yeah, if you are interested in really interested into these stuffs, then you should go for. But people who are belonging from NDA and I don't know some science background, they don't really have to do all those things. But if you are really interested into it, you should go for it. So yes, we are finally up to the third section of the newspaper that we are going to cover. In this section, we will discuss about what are the sections or what are the topics that we should avoid while reading newspapers. So let us go on. So low written sections to avoid, like these topics are not generally asked in the examination. So the student who is preparing for an examination, he should not waste his own time on reading certain sections of newspaper which will give him literally nothing. So what are those sections? Let us discuss about it. I already mentioned about political statement, blame games, like some party, one party criticizing the other party. You should avoid it because these are the news which you will every year you will hear about it, whether it is Congress or BJP, they will always blame each other about peace. Crime sensational news. Although these newses are very interesting to read, but literally they will give us zero returns. So if someone is from economics field knows about this, like if we are getting zero returns, we should not invest in those items. So like there would be celebrity of entertainment and gossips related to entertainment. So we should avoid reading those types of newspaper like what is going on in Bollywood. Should literally avoid it. Also daily stock market fluctuations. Like there will be always stock. And sometimes it will go high and sometimes it will go below. So you should literally avoid that because again, your your time is very important and you will not waste it somewhere else. Fourth one is like, although it is like these things, I don't want to discuss much particulars and details. Like sports news is good, I know about it. Like Olympics news and all those things are news. Questions are asked, but from viewpoint of a student, those topics are very, those questions are very rarely asked. And even though you remember, you cannot remember the name of all the peoples who have won the gold medal or something. So you should avoid sports news unless it's your hobby. Like if you are really interested in football, or if you are really interested in tennis, or if you are really good at playing badminton, or you have represented yourself in some of the sports teams of your school, colleges, or have gone into zonal matches, then you should read about those columns, particular sports only, and nothing more. Because I again say, like analysis part of any news is crucial while reading it. You don't have to remember or mug it up the facts that has been presented. Like just read it. If it is in highlight in newspaper, it will eventually get into your memory. Like if the fact is really that much important. So that's it. That's about. So we have gotten to the reading part, like how we will proceed here. Like I have told you what to read and what to avoid. But even reading consists of the sections which are very much lengthy. Like those topics are very much. Like if you start reading those topics also, it will consume at least of 1 to 2 hours, at least for covering the whole pages. So how to minimize it? I am going to answer that thing also. So steps to smart reading. What are the techniques that I use myself for reading in a smarter way? First of all, read the headlines. If it is related to the topics which I have mentioned earlier, like they are national interest or some policies or some international relationship, then read two paragraph, 1 to 2 paragraph, and you will get to know about what is going on. You don't have to read the 6, 7 strangers. So just read 2 to 3 strangers and jump to the conclusion. Okay. So that's what I've written here. So that's how you will know about this. Like if you read the headlines, you will know if it is related to any defense trade deal, then you will go forward. So something that is very essential here is learning how to skip things. Like तुमने तो किया होगा अब कॉलेज लाइफ जी है सबने, स्कूल लाइफ जी है, बोर्ड्स एग्जामिनेशन के प्रेशर सबने झेले हैं. सो आई नो स्किपिंग करना भी एक स्किल है syllabus के लिए. So yeah, so if the things are very valuable, read fully. If they are much more important, like there has been certain deals that has been going on, like defense deals that has been going on from the past, like certain policies that has been made, like policy which was, I don't know what, how was it was in past, how it has been in present, and what is the likely scenario, how our life is going to change. So you can read it fully, but स्किपिंग भी एक स्किल है. एंड आई डोंट नो सबको आता है या नहीं, बट सबको आना चाहिए. So now let us focus on what is the ideal timing to read a newspaper. So I have prepared the PDF of the last section for that. Like ideal timing should be consisting of 45 to 60 minutes. First 20 minutes is reserved for editorial pages. Like you should go for editorial pages first of all, because these are the most essential topics that you should read. Like these forms your opinion, your own opinion. You learn through them. So while reading it, you initially are very refreshed about what happens. Like you are very energetic about it. So you should read editorial for the first 20 minutes. So it will open your mind. Your mind will be open up. So and then go to the front page and read news related to world's or national interest. Spend 20 minutes there, and for economy or for science or for defense, you should give 10 minutes. So this will be at least 50 minutes. So this is a routine that you should follow. It is not rigid one. You can either reduce some of the times to 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, 10. Whatever your interest is, you can reduce it, you can make it flexible. But yeah, the important thing is consistency. Consistency beats intensity. If you read daily, it will form an habit. Even though initially it will be a difficult task to do, but as these habits gradually develops, you will be able to read the whole newspaper within 45 minutes. I guess like I can now read within 30 to 35 minutes. So you might be able to read it within 45 minutes. And also, thanks for watching the whole video. It was really a good session to speak with along with you. And also, I'm improvising some of the topics, like I will improvise the contents. And I will also be using this for, I will discuss my own pattern on this, like how I read newspapers, the Hindu, this page is there. I would have told you, but I don't have much time today. Today is Sunday. So, yeah, see you on some other day.